I said this on Monday, and you may not know, if you subscribe to Amazon Prime, Twitch is owned by Amazon, so you'll have a free subscription sitting there in your Amazon gaming account that you can use anywhere. You've already paid for it. You already have it, so you can take that Amazon Prime gaming subscription, use it for this channel, and you won't ever see ads again. So, like I said, if you already got it, you might as well use it. Yeah, Santoki, I will after we get all done tonight, I will send you. I'll send you where you can find that file on your computer. It's pretty easy once you know where to look. It's actually super easy once you know where to look. Outside of that, yeah, it's kind of buried back into the. Gets buried back into like the nether regions of your PC. Yeah, Rojo, I don't, like I said, I've got a. Give it a beat after you initialize. Oh, okay, cool. I've got a new router en route. So hopefully that, and I'm gonna have some goosed up. I'm gonna have some. Happy birthday! I'm gonna have some goosed up bandwidth too, so that should help with a lot of this, because I am sort of maxing out my my computers and certainly my internet connection. So, oh, Ocelot, man, we'll get you in there for game 3. Sorry. Yeah, the them. I don't know if that might be one I'm mispronouncing, but yeah, it's weird. I didn't realize that was a thing. Somebody had actually mentioned it to me a little while back, and I was like, oh yeah, what the heck? I mean, if you already got the, you're already paying for the Prime subscription, and that's just sitting there doing nothing, why not? Oh, Ghost playing hide and seek. I didn't see who. Oh, found him. Not sure who that is. Oh, frisbees. We're not going to get a chance to see. We're not going to get a chance to see frisbees and these incredible builds. So let's see. Roger says it's a router thing. It's a software thing. Makes a bunch of noise when. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. See. Again, I've said this before, and I'll say again. Like, I am what I would consider a noob streamer. I only really just started doing this a few months ago, and there is a lot to learn. I mean, getting a stream up and running, you could get done, but like to get it up and running and like have this many people in, make sure it goes the right way, do all these, like, there's a lot of moving parts, and it's it's not like it's like difficult, but it's just like when you add up each of the like tiny little steps. And like, to be honest, like the things I don't know, like you could fill books with the things I don't know. I mean, I guess that'd be called an encyclopedia, but I think you see what I'm saying. All right, Ghost, we're gonna go watch somebody else. You know what? An interesting little tidbit of knowledge that I found the other day. I don't remember which account I was watching. It might honestly have been Bush Camp Dad, as a matter of fact. And I don't land here that often, but apparently when Emma Frost turns into like her little diamond or crystal self, there is a spot on her body somewhere, like her knee, her shoulder, that glows red. And that spot is, yeah, see, like on her right knee is red. And if you hit that, she'll take damage. Anything else when she's like in her crystal form, she won't take damage. Oh, good lord, you're just standing right in there getting shot in the face. Yeah, by the way, have there been any bingo calls that have come up that I haven't made? Anybody died of fall damage yet? Anybody die to a boss or a henchman? Everybody has a spot though. Yee. You can tell this is the adult Fortnite experience here. Yes, not having a jetpack leads to a 92.7 probability of death. Yes, that's, yeah. Even more if you're a Hopnosis. Hey, see what I did there? I'm kidding. We love you. You know, I was just thinking that I had said on Monday that whether this is just a dream or maybe a prediction that could possibly come true. You know, what if Epic is just getting all of this insanity out of the way, like the chaos of the car season, the water bending mythic, all of the crazy stuff that's coming in this season. What if all of that stuff is just get all that crazy out of the way, go into the OG2 season, and then have like a regular, like kind of return to like its roots kind of season. Oof, almost. That's tricky because that was the Artemis NPC. I thought that was Ghost for a second, but it's not because Ghost is wearing a different skin today. He's wearing that cell shaded anime skin. Anyway, I think the crazy stuff, like I don't know if you want to call the jetpacks crazy. It's not like this is the first time there's ever been jetpacks, right? I think the jetpack works a bit differently. People use it a bit differently than maybe before. But there's always been crazy stuff in the game. Like, I'm always super excited when the balloons are in the game. And for me, I love nothing more than when we had this, I think it was chapter 4, season 2, maybe? The one that had the shockwave hammer and the augments when you could get the shockwave bow. I'd be the guy flying in balloons, flinging people off into the storm. I think I had like 90 wins that season, which is maybe for some people in this, lobby. There's maybe 90 wins is par for the course, but that was a pretty good season for me. It also made me think. I like with it being Shalom Man / Emmanuel's with us birthday. Did Fortnite not do a birthday event this year? I've got so much of the birthday stuff, and I would have said that it happened usually late summer. So I don't know if we missed that. Yeah, back to Fortnite 2017 with modern mechanics. Like obviously like swimming, they're always going to have cars in the game because people have paid to have the skins, so obviously they're not going to take those away. But cars may be kind of like they are now, more for mobility than for the absolute insanity of last season. Oh, the end of the month is going to be the birthday event. That's awesome. I actually always look forward to that. Yeah, and Rojo, I know all the crazy stuff is all for the kids who want to come in and just it's obviously like some of it is low skilled and you know what though to an extent some of it's not because give me some of those same weapons that people complain about and it's not like I mean obviously if you get like Biggie Doom that's a different question but like it's not like some of these things are guaranteed win for me like I'll still get wins and I'll get wins sometimes with just regular old guns maybe with a jetpack. But I'll get killed with like what I would consider like a pretty good loadout. So yeah, I know, not low skilled. I know it's not the right word really, but it's the ones like the stuff that comes up from time to time, like the mechs back in the day. Maybe like the water bending mythic to some extent. Some of those things that people really kind of get cranky about. Hey man, low brine, that was awesome driving. I thought for sure that those little third of a walls were going to get in your way as you backed out of there, man. Tip of the cap to you for sure. Oh Jesus! Then here's somebody with a unibeam to just absolutely torch your car. Yeah, and Thor, I for me, I like the weird stuff in Fortnite. And I, like honestly, if Fortnite ever became like strictly a gun game, like a Call of Duty or a PUBG or something along those lines, like Fortnite wouldn't be Fortnite because yes, the building mechanic obviously is part of what makes Fortnite, but it's to me it was always the sort of goofy, elements, the goofy skins, the crazy weapons, like that's part of, and then obviously like the cartoony look, like the color saturated look of the first season or two, like that was always what made Fortnite for me. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see some of those like, season 1, season 2 type of things, but like updated with all of our current mechanics and just the player pool. Like let's face it, like if you took any of us and went and dropped us in chapter 1, season 1, we would absolutely effing dominate. Look at you just destroying tires. What a jerk. That's actually a really good thing. I'm the guy that like dumps out splashes if I'm not going to use them. Ah, Thor, that's awesome. Thanks for stopping in and watching. Yeah, I'm telling you, if we went back into chapter, like if you go back into some of the streamers like older clips and you watch the gameplay for like if somebody built like a ramp with a wall, it was like, oh my god, look at that guy, I'm gonna die. Like, and now you'd be like, what a clown. That's a literal bot. So yeah, like it's the game has superhero landing. The game has changed so dramatically. The skill level is, and that's why I think it was inevitable they were going to have to go to a build and zero build type thing because the added skill of building became more than just being able to like use the builds to get to high ground. Like here's a cliff, I have to be able to get to the top of a building, and the builds became, not only a defensive mechanism to help protect you, but once people started learning how to, get piece control and really box people up, it became, if you were fighting somebody that didn't know how to do that, it became a guaranteed kill. So that was always going to be a problem because that skill ceiling was so high for people that could build and build well. Yeah, matchmaking's crazy. It's I don't know if they're ever going to be good. That we're never going to know what the criteria is because, I mean, just think, if they were like, oh, it's based on number of kills, placement, I don't know, maybe like how many builds you place, how many edits, how much distance, how much damage. Like if you knew what the mix was, people would just play to get that. They would play to like game the system and get better or easier lobbies. So, I can't fault Epic for not posting that. It makes sense to not post that stuff and to be a little bit coy about if it even exists at all. Yeah, Hypnosis. That's a very smart teacher there because I do the same every year. I get kids that are like, "Oh, I want to follow you on social media and blah blah blah," and like obviously I've got like my social media for this is public, and if they knew what my name was, they could find it. But it's there's nothing that would identify me ever. But like my private stuff, like stuff that I put like family pictures on, no, 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 no. I don't follow them. I don't look at their stuff. I don't want to look at their stuff. I don't let them follow me. Um, I had actually read a story about a gym teacher. This is even maybe 4 or 5 years ago, even that would play Fortnite with his kids, with his students, and everybody's like, "Oh, what a cool gym teacher!" And it's like, yeah, but now you're talking about like you're chatting with potentially chatting with kids outside. It's like it's just a bad deal that shouldn't happen. So that's a smart teacher. After graduation, every year my social media adds up. 10 or 12 kids that it's always nice to see what they're doing off in college and stuff. But at that point, they're no longer students. They're over 18. It's not a big deal. And I certainly don't do it for just everyone. There's that handful of kids that you get to know well. You want to see how they're doing after they get out of high school. Yeah, and Rojo, I agree. I don't, even if at some point Epic was like, "Oh, we'll post it," I don't think it would be a good idea. So I can't ever see it happening. Like I said, if we actually knew what the criteria was and how it worked, uh, it'd be a disaster because people would play to get easier lobbies. Like I said, they would game the system. It would be nice, I would say though, if they would at least admit that it exists to some extent instead of this like you know let's just all like pretend it's like somebody farted in church. Everybody's just gonna pretend it doesn't exist and it didn't happen. That's epic skill based matchmaking. So there's your metaphor for the evening. We'll add farting in church to the bingo card from here on out. I don't know. That's probably a one time thing there, just like farting in church. Hopefully it is a. By the way, Confucius say, "Man who fart in church sits in his own pew." JP Swervo makes a dad joke. Call that one. Definitely story time. It's literally the entire stream is JP Swervo's story time. All right. Why are we watching Mookie? Sorry, Mookie. No offense, but we're gonna go watch somebody else for a little bit. Ooh, that was a tight one, guys. I gotta tell you, who'd you kill? Who'd you kill? Who'd you kill? Ah, I missed it. Was it wait or was it low Brian? I missed. But that was a very close call for StBridgit there. Left with she splashed up a few, but left with I think it was 30 health at the end of all of that. So definitely in need of a little bit of heals. And I think I just saw footsteps there, so I think somebody's on the prowl trying to clean that one up. This is a fantastic chat right now. A man who stands as high on pot. Oh, low, Brian. I think you were mid game, but that was what brought that up. If you go back through the chat, you'll you'll see all of them. As in like man who ran a man who run behind car get exhausted. Oof, a little bit of midair combat there. I'm kind of keeping track of all these loadouts. I want to see what you guys are. Like I said, I haven't gotten to play since the update. I want to see what all you guys are carrying around. What's the right mix now? We got all these crazy Marvel weapons. Oof, Hypnosis. That would actually be pretty cool. Man, I tell you, you know what? It's funny, but like on one hand, you're like, what is there? Like, at any given point in time, like maybe a million or so people playing the game. You would think out of that, they'd be able to find some mix of players who are like relatively close to your ability that would make for a good game. But now that they've started going so heavily into creative, uh, I think that the player pool is getting chopped up into 1,000 different little pieces. Somebody playing, you got like whatever 1,000 people playing some version of one of the many red versus blues. You've got people playing driving games. You got people who play Lego. Um, it's not just like it used to be, where it was like one pool of people all playing Fortnite, and they were all playing the same thing. There's so many versions of like quote unquote Fortnite that it's tough to get 100 people of the same, the same ability, all in the same lobby. Yes, Ozzy. There you go. That's man who goes to bed with an itchy butt wakes up with a stinky finger. StBridgit's having a heck of a game here. That's got to be at least the fourth kill, I want to say. All right, so we got HeyBird, we got StBridgit, oh, and Hobohemia. Yeah, and Brent slash Alpha, the ELO system. I mean, I don't bother playing ranked very much except for to get challenges done, but I keep constantly seeing, uh, people that are having wait times of 10, 15, 20 minutes at the higher tiers. So I mean, it's just I don't I don't know. Hey, Hobohemia, nicely done. What's that? Hey man, good placement. One kill. Back to life. Oh, and I was gonna say we got to get get an emote. Very nice. Back to the lobby, everyone.